Yeah, me again. Stephen Carey from offthegridhomestead.com. Thought I'd make a little video on property layout. You know, we actually went through this thing about property layout on the last off-grid property, and I know I'm shooting up down along the back veranda. But yeah, look, property layout is something that actually reared its head on the last property. We scattered our buildings and things around the place so that that's all right if you're young and you're willing to do the 20 metre 50 metre dash to all the different pieces and bits and bobs on your property. But if you're thinking about layout, think about ergonomics. Ergonomics is just fucking making things usable, easy, less stressful. And what I'm going to do is just walk around now and just show you what we decided to do with this property. As I pan around, oh, look at that. Hey, another sunset. Don't you fucking get sick of me doing that? But never mind. Another beautiful afternoon in the Central Highlands of Victoria. We built this bridge a long time ago. Excuse all the mess. Yes, I know. For weeks I've been saying I'm going to finish this fucking greenhouse. That's getting there. It's getting there. We got lots of stuff done, but yeah, the place is still a demolition yard, so get over that. But yeah, as far as ergonomics go, when we built this bridge a few years ago on the second property, we knew we would build the whole property basically from this bridge out. Now that sounds pretty weird perhaps, but the bridge in proximity is only, it's only there to there, right? Not much. Bridge is very close, so the bridge became our first focus as far as layout went. Now when you pan around, the house is there. The house also we wanted to place this time the last outdoor kitchen we built, which was pretty good, wasn't as freaking mad as this thing, but the last outdoor kitchen we built was about 30-40 feet away from the house, so it was a bit of a walk. But you can see there, Kerry can actually talk to me from the kitchen bay window. How's that sunset? Doesn't leave you alone, eh? The fucking reflection even gets you in the window. But yeah, we put this outdoor kitchen in all its fucking mad glory right close to the house so that we could come outside and join the living area, which is our outdoor deck that faces the west, cops the sunset, looks at the bush. No people looking at us anywhere. We got no, what do you call it, neighbours that bother us. Very private side. And we connected the outdoor kitchen, the bridge, to the house, so it was all in easy range, so that you actually wind up using. A lot of people put stuff up, and I know we all use the stuff. It doesn't matter whether it's a wood shed or whatever. I know we use the stuff, but you have to actually think about perhaps those cold days or those weeks where you just don't feel like doing a whole heap of walking and stuff, and set stuff up so that you create the environment. I think that's what I'm trying to get at. You need to create the environment that not only serves your purposes and serves all the needs of your property, but maybe make a layout or a setup that when you're finished, and it could be 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, but when you're finished will be very pleasant to hang out in. Pleasant because you don't have to walk a mile. Everything is in lovely, close distance, proximity, so you wind up using it. There's no good building a mad-ass kitchen with a friggin' TV and all this bullshit in here. See our new oven? Well, I'll put a picture up about this. That's one mad oven. Yes, I know, I'm a plumber, I haven't hooked the gas up yet. How's that sun flare? But yeah, look, you can build a kitchen, whatever you want to do, but we chose to put this kitchen nice and close to the house, so it was ergonomically comfortable, and more than that, if we put it close to the house we would use it more. Not that we didn't use the last one a lot. Now around the kitchen, like I've shown a million times, we also chose to build miles of gardening. All our beds, we got pots, barrels, you've seen the videos. If you haven't, go look on the videos. I mean, shit, I don't want to go right over all this, 1,000 times. But yeah, look, we even put our grow area right around the kitchen. it fully wraps the kitchen, all right? Which means your grow area, and yes, I haven't finished out there, hence the steps. But yeah, the grow area will have hydroponic pipes going right the way around the outside. All of it, again, to be in a position where you're keen to come outside and play with it. It's close to your main building. You can actually put some design element into your off-grid existence. And that means that when you come outside, you don't have to walk a mile. Things are under simple shade cloth covers or stuff like we've done. But not only that, in the middle of this property, forget the blue barrel, yes, work in progress. But we decided to do things like the shed over the back. We used the old methodology that even the early settlers in America used to use with the wagons. We decided to circle the wagons. Circle the wagons means the woodshed's there, the outdoor kitchen's there, or the grow area's right around, the kitchen's in the middle, house is just there, bridge is down the back there in the glare. So yeah, you can actually lay stuff out, even if you have a long-term plan, that makes it more pleasant to use. You know, you don't want to have to walk a mile to get to your wood. You don't want to have to walk. How's that sun? Oh no, sunset. Yeah, Steve's off his brain again with sunsets. It is a nice afternoon. I work for the man today. It's very pleasurable to make this video this time of day. And yes, it's nearly can o'clock. Distilled water o'clock. But you can set your property up so that it becomes a bit more ergonomic. Alright, so we've got a couple of ornamental gardens kicking around the yard. You've all seen this if you bothered to look at the other videos. Even the flat, we put in close proximity to the main build. So there's no huge walk. All of it has got nice little outdoor lights, little solar lights, so that when you walk around out this particular courtyard that has the shed surrounding it, the ornamental gardens, the house, the kitchen, everything. Oh, how's that flare? Everything is set up with LED lights, so we come out at night time. You haven't got that, you might be off the grid and you might be in the bush and you might be relatively isolated, speaking, if you're on 20, 50 acres like we are. But yeah, you got to be able to come outside. Now, I've done a video on lighting. You might want to watch that. I like to be able to come outside on this property and feel like we aren't in the dark ages. I mean, we love all the stuff to do with off-grid, and we do everything. Watch the vids, I just keep repeating myself. Watch the vids. We do everything off-grid. We provide food, we cook, we bottle, we store, we do everything. But you can actually set your property up so you can do all that in a manner that will cause you to want to do it. And I think that's what the point I'm trying to make. You need to be able to set stuff up so that the urge to go out and do things is because of the way that you set things up. Circle the wagons, build your structures, identify a space that can be the what you would call your main living space, and I call living space outside, because we spend most of our days literally until the sun goes right down outside. So yeah, little driveway there, little house, little flat, woodshed, whoa, flare again, outdoor kitchen, wrap around, main house, wrap around, driveway. I'm going to put chook shed right over there. Chook shed and a duck shed will be right beyond those EPS panels that I'm about to move very shortly, probably not another week. But yeah, we will actually have wound up creating a thing that you would call circle the wagons, where the whole main part of the living space of the property and the functioning part of the property is all in close proximity. It's something worth giving a thought to, alright? That's all I wanted to do. It's just to, people, sit there, and if you're new and you've just bought your property, think about the space you clear for your property. Think about where you're going to build your buildings. I'm not apologising for the flare, because that's sunset again. What a ripper day, guys. Work for the man, come home. take a video, have a distilled water. Yeah, doesn't get much better than this. And yes, I know I've said that a lot of times. But yeah, ergonomics and layout. Give a bit of thought to your layout. Make your property, no matter what it is, you know, just set up in a way. I see all too many people put their outdoor kitchens too far from the house. We've made that mistake on the last property. I've seen people have put their garden beds, you know, and they might only be 20-30 metres away, but you can actually set up garden beds around your outdoor kitchen if you give it some thought. And that way we wind up, I know I haven't finished the floor paving yet, but never mind. You can sit in your chairs and you're right on top of your garden. You can just come out of the kitchen and walk straight around it. Right, so it's going to encourage you to eat the stuff that's in there. Look after the stuff that's in there. You know, when we're finished, this will be just a full walk around, wrap around, extensive. It will be fully self-sufficient. Right, we won't have to buy greens and stuff for bloody ever. And your woodshed right there, little path, little gap, flat over there, no huge walks involved. So think about the layout, you know, try to create the environment, as they say. The environment has to be something that you end up with that encourages you to go out and do this stuff, that gives you inspiration to continue to build and add and change things. And you won't need to actually build any extra buildings or buy any extra materials. Maybe it's just a case of looking at the materials and the stuff that you have got and the plans you've got and structuring them in a way that causes them to be more functional, easier to use, pleasant. You know, there's something to be said for the environmental aspects of this sort of stuff. You know, if you have to walk 50 metres to your garden bed, well, that's not so pleasant on a bad day. So maybe, you know, design your garden bed in a way that can be close to the building. It's a little bit like, what's that thing, permaculture. Kerry actually says to me, you know, she said to me a few times, this whole structure that, all the structures we've put up here is sort of in a permaculture sort of way. Everything is tied and tangled in with each other. So there's no big gap, there's no big transition, alright? So think about your layout, think about the ergonomics, think about down the road. Don't think about today. Don't jam your garden bed or your woodshed miles away. And if you want to create, you know, a lot of areas have wind issues, they have, you know, cold, hot issues. We deal with cold and hot here, so hence we have lots of this shade cloth stuff. And we have cold issues, so the buildings, when you circle the wagons, actually become lots of windbreaks, alright? So yeah, think about the stuff that you're going to put up. Doesn't matter what it is, or how complex it is, or how simple it is. Think about the stuff you put up, and put some long-term planning into it, into where you put things, alright? So that's it from me and Kerry from offthegridnos.com. This is purely a video about layout of your new property if you're just starting out. And obviously if you've already built it, that doesn't mean fucking shit to you because you're happy with what you got. But yeah, there is something to be said for, you know, I know we had the advantage of already doing one years ago, and we didn't learn by our mistakes. They weren't mistakes, but we figured out a few things that we could do a little bit more pleasant, you know, make our life a bit more pleasant, because remember, I'm old. So I hope you've had a good day. Check it out. I'm going to finish with that. Yeah, I know, you can never escape. You'll never escape the sunsets, just like we don't. We sit on that back veranda every evening, and by fuck, we have to deal with that shit. Terrible stuff. Terrible stuff. So I hope you had a good day. Hope your life's been good. Hope your day's been good. Think positive. Make a move. Get off your butt. Stop procrastinating. But put some thought into the plans and the layout of your little patch. You might have 10 acres, 5 acres, 2 acres. You might have 50 acres, 100 acres. your house plot could be set up in a way, if you give it some pre-thought, that encourages you to actually get out there and participate, and not just lay a garden bed out in the middle of nowhere and watch the kangaroos eat it, watch the frost kill it. Maybe put some thought into layout, guys. Alright, so cheers from me. Subscribe and like and share. Actually like the share button, but yeah, that's another story. How's that? Isn't that beautiful? Alright, I'm going to shut the fuck up now. I hope you haven't sold your children. Maybe 1 or 2 grandchildren. They're not worth, they're worth a few bucks, you know. I'm joking. Child services ring me up, I'm going to friggin' deny anything, alright? And everything. Alright, have a good one, and we'll catch you on the next video. Hit the like button, not going to fucking kill you. It might. And we'll catch you. Bye.